Hey folks, Matt from artoftheimage.com. Today we've got the Olympus OMD E-M10 unboxed and first impressions. Pretty excited because I've been waiting for a while to get my hands on this little baby. This is the smallest and the newest of the OMDs, and the E-M10 basically has pretty much everything that the E-M5 has, plus a few perks, with the exception of, I believe they've taken the EVF down to 1.04 million dots or something, but still a very nice functional EVF. The beauty of this is that this little baby here that you can see with the 45mm f1.8 from Olympus on it is priced at $699, which is a heck of a bargain. Let me tell you just off the bat, you're probably fairly familiar with the specs, but the E-M10 versus the E-M5, they have the same 16 megapixel CMOS sensor. You got a more advanced TruePic version 7 versus version 6. We've got 3-axis image stabilization, although from all the reports I'm hearing, I don't know that that's going to be a big difference against the 5-axis image stabilization that we have on the E-M5 or the E-M1, but we will be testing that out for sure just to see how it is. Should be good though, I'm expecting. 3.5 stops they're claiming of stabilization effectiveness versus the 4 stops from the 5-axis, so very close anyways. And of course we have the 1.04 million dot screen and the 1.44 million dot EVF. And I believe it's the E-M1 that has the more advanced EVF. Now I'm seeing the specs here. It's not the E-M5. Built-in flash, built-in Wi-Fi. So there's a flash here. It's got built-in Wi-Fi, which is really nice. That's an advantage over the E-M5. We got 1/4000th of a second max shutter speed, and external sync speed for flash is 1/200th of a second. These could be better, but they're certainly not the worst. A lot of DSLRs are at these limits as well. We've got 1080 30p MOV files for video at up to 24 Mbps, which is very good. A lot of DSLRs don't go that high. Okay, we've got battery life estimated 320 shots, and basically, oh, I should also mention 8 frames per second continuous shooting. So there's the specs just in a nutshell I just give you. But my first impressions of this camera are very, very nice. It feels extremely solid, but it's extremely small. I mean, I have small hands, and look how much higher my fingers are above it. You know, it really fits right in the hand. Just a tiny camera. Makes the GX7 look big, the Panasonic. It's got the flip-up screen, similar to the Panasonic GX7. So you got the screen that comes up like that. Nice and solid hinge on it. Nothing feels loose or cheap or anything about that. It feels well put together, well machined. The body itself is like all metal except for the rubber grips on here. Very solid feeling body. It's very nice quality fit and finish materials. In the hand, you have the feeling of something that's just well made. You almost want to say German made, you know, it's got that feeling of old school quality to it. One of the things I really like about the E-M10, it's got the dual command dials up here. So you can do your aperture and your shutter speed adjustments there without having to toggle it like some of the lower end DSLRs make you toggle one command dial. Well, we got 2 up here, which is very nice. I always found myself missing that. I do on my D5200. I wish it had the dual command dials. We got a dedicated video button right at the top here, function button on the top there. We've got function 1 right here by the behind the trigger button. We got function 2 beside it. We've got your menu button, your info button, your command dial back here, your on-off switch is over here, and right beside it the garbage button for trashing a file. Just a really nice camera. We have the hot shoe. Comes with the hot shoe protector in there, which is always nice. It does have the pop-up flash, which is always handy in a pinch, you know. If you don't have a wireless trigger handy, you can always use a pop-up flash, block it so it's not directly contributing head on to your photo and use it to control a off-camera flash with slaves. So that's always nice to have. You can see how small the 45mm f1.8 looks on here. And I'll probably do another video on the 45 f1.8. I bought it again. I used to have it with my GH2. The Olympus 45 f1.8 is one of my favorite lenses of all time. Until you've tried this lens, and look how small that thing is. It is tiny, but very nicely built. It's metal. But until you've tried this and you've seen the beautiful files that this lens renders, you're in for a treat if you haven't tried it. You really should. It's just a gorgeous, gorgeous lens. And I'll have to do a full review on that for you too. Tripod mount on the bottom, as we would expect. Battery compartment there. And our SD card goes in behind the battery. So anyways, folks, that's the venerable little E-M10. Oh, I guess I'd give you a quick... The boxes on these are slick. They look like, you know, it looks like Olympus has been learning from Apple's packaging. That's a slick looking black box. You get that and you think, oh, you've got something, you know, nice is inside of here, you know. So it has folds right open there. We've got kind of the top sleeve for our paperwork and let's see what do we got here. The disc for software, for our manual, things like that. The camera itself is very well packaged in the interior of this. It's nestled in the center, so it's well protected for storage and shipping before you get it. The camera body comes in some bubble wrap. And it's also then wrapped in this nice, these kind of satiny sleeves that a lot of the companies are using. And then, of course, your all your other cables, battery, charger, all that sort of thing is also inside of that box as well. But yeah, Olympus has really, really gotten themselves well positioned for their packaging. I think it looks slick. I really like it. I think it adds to the overall experience. You know, you purchase a camera, you're excited, and this comes in a nice, sleek, black, sexy box. So there you go, folks. There's the E-M10. Really excited to do some shooting with this. I also have the Olympus 12 to 40 f2.8 Pro came in as well. I ordered it with it. So we're going to do some shooting with that. We're going to do some shooting with the 45mm f1.8. We'll shoot it off against the GX7. So I'm just excited to get some... put it through its paces, do a full review over a longer period of time, and we are going to do a whole bunch of different shoots, studio shoots, portrait shoots, outdoors, just show you what this little camera can do. Because my feeling is, and a lot of people is now, that 4/3, micro 4/3 is matured to the point now where basically there's no more excuses of people, you know, saying, well, it's not, the quality's not there, because the 16 megapixel sensor in here, pixel density wise, when you look at the size of micro 4/3 and compare it to an APS-C or a DX sensor, you're basically the same pixel density now as the 24 megapixel sensors that are APS-C or DX. And that's basically to say that the performance should be on par with, or maybe even better, because it's probably even a little bit in favor of the micro 4/3 when you're talking a 16 megapixel micro 4/3 versus 24 megapixel APS-C or DX. So anyways, we'll show you how that looks too. You get to look at some files as we shoot and see what you think. I think you'll be amazed. The focus systems on these have really come along too. I can't wait to get my hands on the GH4, but that's for another one. So anyways, thanks for tuning in. Stay tuned as we do some reviews and some shoots and ongoing impressions with the Olympus OMD E-M10. And we'll keep you up to date with what's going on in the world of photography, videography, and technology right here at artoftheimage.com. Thanks a lot, folks.